Once upon a time, there was a strong, brave knight named St. George. He lived in a kingdom where people were terrified of a fierce dragon. This dragon was enormous, with shiny scales, fiery breath, and a roar that echoed through the mountains. St. George was determined to defeat the dragon. One sunny morning, he put on his shining armor, hopped on his trusty horse, and rode out to find the beast. The villagers cheered him on, hoping he would save them from the dragon's wrath. As the knight approached the dragon's cave, he could hear the creature's thunderous roar. But St. George wasn't afraid. He held his sword tightly and entered the dark cave. Inside, the dragon glared at him with glowing eyes. "Who dares to enter my cave?" it roared. "I am St. George, and I am not afraid of you," the knight replied bravely. The dragon lunged at St. George, but he was quick. He dodged to the side and struck the dragon's tail with his sword. The dragon roared in anger and tried to breathe fire on him. St. George was smart. He used his shield to protect himself from the flames. Then, with a swift move, he managed to leap onto the dragon's back. The dragon was puzzled and shook around, trying to get rid of St. George. But the knight held on tightly and managed to pierce the dragon's scales with his sword. After a fierce battle, the dragon finally fell. St. George had freed the kingdom from its fearsome enemy. The villagers celebrated their hero and thanked him for his bravery. They all lived happily ever after, with stories about St. George and the dragon being told for generations. And that, my little friends, is the tale of St. George, the brave knight who conquered the dragon and became a legendary hero.